Every true, honest, genuine, selfless broker that I know says that they became a broker in order to help other agents and they want to see other agents succeed. A lot of brokers don't genuinely mean that. They're in it for themselves, not for their agent. Is eXp Realty buying independent brokerages? That's the million-dollar question that's happening right now, because after a recent major announcement, over 60 independent brokerages have inquired about partnering with eXp Realty. Not to mention, every single month this year, we've had at least one independent brokerage partner with my record-breaking group, the Wolf Pack at eXp, for a number of reasons that I want to unpack. But I do want to talk to you about this major announcement that is completely shaken up the independent brokerage world and what it means for you if you're an independent broker. So without further ado, let's dive in. What's up, guys? It's Mike Sherrod with eXp Realty, the #1 personal attractor globally at the company and also largest organization in Canada. I'm really excited to talk to you about this because our record-breaking group, the Wolf Pack, has been able to welcome a ton of independent brokerages over the last couple of years. We've had smaller independent brokerages from 10 agents up to 137 agents partnering with us and seen life-changing results after doing so because of the private training tools and systems we've built out above and beyond what eXp offers. And if you would like to know more about that, just click the link in the description and we can have a private one-on-one conversation and I can pull back the curtains and walk you through what our group does so much different than the rest. But I do want to talk not only about this new massive announcement, which I'm going to unpack in this video. I first want to start with why so many independent brokerages are actually joining eXp before this even came into the picture, which is crazy because hundreds of independent brokerages have joined eXp over the years without this incentive being in place. So now that this is in place, it is unbelievable what's happening and how many people we're now able to serve, help, and support take their brokerage to the next level during these times of uncertainty. So first, let me unpack why so many independent brokerages are coming to eXp Realty. When you look at eXp, despite what a lot of people say, which is, I don't want to give up my brokerage to go to eXp Realty, that is not the case. When you partner with eXp Realty, you are not giving up anything. Essentially, when you partner your brokerage with eXp Realty, what it does is it amplifies the pros, but alleviates the cons of being an independent broker owner. Let me explain. The pros of being an independent broker owner is that you have your own brand identity, your logos, your colors, everything that you've created. You get compensated from agents that partner with you locally, and you have ownership in your business. Now, when we look at the cons, you carry all the risk as the broker owner, all the liability, you are geographically restricted, you have little to no exit strategy, and also, for lack of a better term, it can become adult daycare because you were the sole point of contact for everybody, for everything, and it's overwhelming. There's massive overhead and all of these issues that come with being an independent broker owner. Now let's look at what happens when you partner with eXp Realty. Well, when you look at this, and I'll use a brokerage that has recently partnered with us as a point of example, is if you look at the pros, you still retain your brand identity. So brokerage of 137 agents have partnered with us with 4 offices, Park Place out of Washington. Well, now they are just Park Place brokered by eXp Realty. They kept their logo, they kept their name, they kept their colors, they kept everything. We were able to even make it look even better because eXp understands the power of a personal brand versus a brokerage brand, and it gives you complete flexibility over your branding in order to make it look a cut above the rest. Now, you still get compensated from agents that partner with you, but now instead of 1 tier deep, locally geographically restricted, you can now have agents partner with you 7 tiers deep, globally geographically unrestricted. And you still have ownership in your business, now the largest independent brokerage in history, not just your local smaller independent brokerage. So all the pros are amplified. When we look at the cons, alleviating them, you carry no risk, you carry no liability because everything's written in eXp's name. You no longer are geographically restricted because you have a global business with the cloud-based brokerage. You no longer have to play adult daycare because you have thousands of employees in the cloud that take care of all the back-end support for your agents and multiple local brokers in every single state and province. And you've got a massive exit strategy. Let me explain that before unpacking the new announcement that recently happened with the eXp Realty BOOST Program, which is that I've seen brokerages, and one of the biggest examples is one of my friends that brought over a brokerage of 906 agents into eXp. And when you look at what he was offered upwards of $6 million one time for the brokerage of 906 agents, independent brokerage that was doing about $2 billion in sales per year. The caveat, and this happens almost every time, it's $6 million if the broker stays on staff salary as an employee for the next 3 years. Well, your goal of creating a brokerage is to be an entrepreneur, not an employee. And after all that hard work, you now just became the employee. And it's contingent to a 75% or so retention rate. Well, when the agents know that you're selling out and that you're going to be gone in 3 years, do you think they're going to stay? Probably not. So that $6 million could quickly turn into $3 million. One time, lump sum, done. Same broker rolled his brokerage into eXp Realty. Ended up going from the 906 agents to over 4 years later, 8,500 agents, now making about $400,000 or $500,000 per month residually for the rest of his career. So that is about $6 million per year residually every single year for probably the next 20 plus years. And then that becomes a willable asset and his kids are now under him, and that provides a multi-million-dollar security blanket for his family. So the options for him as an exit strategy in the best case scenario, which is the biggest independent brokerage ever to exist in the United States, with $6 million one-time lump sum, stay on as an employee, probably not make that much because you have to retain a huge amount of your agents and they're going to leave. Or partner with a brokerage that takes care of all the nonsense, still be there, giving your agents the same opportunity, and I'll get to that, in order to build a long-term scalable business with an exit strategy, retirement plan, and the willable asset. That's the last thing I want to say before starting to dive into the new program, which is this gives your agents the same opportunity that you do. Every true, honest, genuine, selfless broker that I know says that they became a broker in order to help other agents and they want to see other agents succeed. Well, the best thing that you can do is be looking at other opportunities of how your agents can be getting better compensated, better supported, better training by being at your brokerage. Well, a lot of brokers don't genuinely mean that. They're in it for themselves, not for their agents. The ones that are in it for their agents are looking at opportunities like this saying, wow, now I'm not the only one getting ownership. All of my agents are now owners in the brokerage. I'm not the only one that has an exit strategy. All of my agents now have an exit strategy. I'm not the only one that can build our brand. All of my agents can now build our brand. And you start to look at the fact that now you are passing the torch and giving every single one of your agents the same opportunity you have. Instead of being selfless, you have the great opportunity, but all of your other agents are limited, which is why the top ones will one day leave your brokerage unless you partner with eXp Realty. And now those top agents can stay within your organization, go build their empire, but they stay with you. So now let's talk about the BOOST program, which is an incentive to help culturally aligned independent brokerages, not franchise brokerages, independent brokerages bring their community and bring their family into eXp and blow their business up to the next level and not have to deal with all the headaches, chaos, and honestly hardships that people are dealing with right now during the market turn. So I'm going to read a couple things here that are really, really important for you to understand, including a quote from Glenn Sanford, the founder himself. And again, if you would like to know the fine details about this, feel free to book the one-on-one call with me. I've got an incredible relationship with the executive team. And again, I've helped multiple independent brokerages come over so we can dive into this privately because you also want to hear what our group is doing behind the scenes. So when we look at the BOOST program, as a part of this program, eXp Realty will provide financial incentives to independent brokerages that are culturally aligned, because the culture at eXp is the first and foremost priority. And you can see that especially within my group, the Wolf Pack, when we go to any events, what we do above and beyond the company is absolutely incredible. I've got videos on my channel. If you go type in eXpCon, you can see it. But you can see here, as a part of this program, eXp Realty will provide financial incentives to independent brokerages that are culturally aligned, have more than 50 agents, and a minimum of $100 million in sales volume in the originating country over the previous 12-month fiscal period. Now, if you're listening to this and saying, well, Mike, I have an independent brokerage, but it's 30 agents, or it's 25 agents, or it's 12 agents, or it's 45 agents, do not worry. Again, if you book a call with me, we've helped work some magic on a ton of different smaller brokerages in order to make it an incredible opportunity as well. This is just the general criteria for the Boost program, but there are incredible opportunities for smaller independent brokerages as well. So again, feel free to reach out. This quote from Glenn Sanford, and then I'll talk about a couple final things. We are laser focused on attracting and retaining the best agents in the business. Boost aligns with interests of independent brokerages with eXp through a shared commitment to our values, culture, and growth goals. Our platform is designed to help individual agents and teams thrive. We understand the pressures the down markets place on independent brokerages, and this program is intended to alleviate that stress and streamline the transition process. And that was from Glenn Sanford, the founder and CEO of eXp Realty. So essentially what's happening here is that there's a process that you can go through of an application where we look at the numbers, we look at the data, all confidential, and we look at the cultural alignment, and there's a form that kind of audits that in order to say, what can eXp Realty do in order to take you from your current position, welcome you into the eXp family, and take your business to the completely next level. Because genuinely and transparently speaking, I've talked to so many independent broker owners this year that have 10, 50, 100, 150, even more agents. And if the broker was still not producing, or if a couple of their top producers left, they would be net negative due to the overhead, the reduction in sales of their agents, and the stress that the market has put on retention rates and attrition within that brokerage. So if you're an independent broker owner and you want to thrive, you want to partner with people that are at the elite level of helping broker owners scale not just your brokerage, but also all of your agents' production, then again, feel free to book a call with me and we can talk about it privately, because I do not want to see the doors of your brokerage close. I want to see you thrive, not survive, and truly capitalize on this incredible life-changing opportunity that eXp has now presented. So if you have any other questions, again, feel free to book a call. Otherwise, hopefully we get to welcome you into the family and truly show you what this life-changing opportunity is all about.